I came across the building from Eric Schertzing with the Ingham County Landbank. He had known that we were looking for a building that represented really what we do, which is urban revitalization, brownfield redevelopment, and we wanted to combine our offices with a shared office group called NEO. And we told Eric about it, and Eric and I were in Mason. We had been in the building for a while, and he said, well, what do you think about this building for you? And I said, yeah, I like it a lot. I said, but we want to be in Lansing. And he said, well, I think I got a building for you. The building was built in 1913. It was a bakery originally. It was the Goss family bakery. And then it was Lansing Lithography, so it was a print shop. And it was a print shop for like 60 years. But there were elements of the building that we knew that we could keep that would just be really neat. We kept the block. The block is a very odd shape. They don't make it anymore. One that we walk in, on the main level, there's a ton of hardwood floors. Those are original. Those are 1913 hardwood floors.
This was a tax foreclosure from several years ago that this county treasurer I foreclosed on. You know, identified it as not something to take to the auction. Just whoever happened to show up on auction day wasn't likely to be the rebirth of this forlorn property. So we moved it over into the Land Bank Authority.
Showed it to Kincaid-Henry, and then Kincaid-Henry showed it to us. The name is the Center for New Enterprise Opportunity, or NEO Center for short. We're looking for a space to create an incubator. Basically, instead of taking out a large space for somebody who's never started a business, taking a second mortgage maybe out on your house, leveraging a bunch of your assets, we're trying to reduce the risk for people to start businesses in the first place. So we give them smaller space, access to resources people need to start their businesses, like an accountant, like a lawyer, hopefully like pre-seed capital and access to capital to start their business. So that way it's easier for people to kind of take that risk. Basically get people, to steal from a colleague of mine, to get people to fail fast if they're going to fail at all. So that way they haven't spent a bunch of money, they haven't spent too many resources, they can come back and try again. Which is an added perk if the slide's not enough for you. These here are some of our private offices. LinkedIn has a satellite office here, and this is a shared kitchen, which is pretty fantastic. Everything short of a stovetop. This is the shared conference room here, nice and big.
We have more area, which we desperately needed. I have a private office, which I desperately needed. There's lots of meeting space. It looks very professional, yet it's really, really fun.
We hope this is more than just a building for this community. We want our tenants to be engaged in helping develop and revitalize the surrounding area. It's an NSP2 neighborhood, so we hope there's a lot of opportunities to create a live, work, play environment for our tenants and for the residents that are here currently.
The fact that the Land Bank is picking up these properties and is in relationships with people like ourselves that are interested in doing urban core work is critical. What I really appreciate about the Land Bank is the strategic stop in saying we're not just going to take this property and sell it again to a speculator or to just for cheap to somebody who doesn't care about the area. So what's really neat about the Land Bank is that they stop and say, well, let's be really smart about what we're doing to this property, and let's put it in the hands of people that really care.
And the Land Bank is just, you know, thrilled to be part of making things like this happen in Lansing, working with the private sector, working with business incubators to improve life for everybody in mid-Michigan.